Hey guys, Farmall here. Taking a little break from the other projects I'm working on to work on the dump truck. I got it started this morning and moved it up here. I want to get the front tires changed eventually. I have 2 new tires for them. I do not have new tubes yet. If I can save the old tubes, I'll just use them. I do have a couple good flaps, but I gotta get those changed. And what we're working on today is brakes. This is the master cylinder. It's a single circuit, and it doesn't work right. And as you can see, somebody screwed up the lid on there a long time ago. There's a bolt in it, and it doesn't seal. So we're going to take that, which runs this power booster, which was mounted underneath the truck, and replace that with a modern 2-circuit brakes. This is off in an S10. I'm not sure if the vacuum booster will be strong enough. I had one off in a full-size pickup, but I can't find the doggone thing. I don't remember if I threw it out or what, but I had saved one. I have this one, and I have one off from a 79 Monte Carlo. This is an 87. It's newer, so I figure we'll try this one and see how it works. But they all mount up the same anyway. The Chevy ones do with the 4 bolts. So if it's not big enough, I can always get one. But the power booster was mounted up underneath the truck. I don't know if we can see. Let's get under here. The power booster was mounted on those 2 holes in this pin here, and there was a T in the line right there, and a larger let's see, that's quarter, I think it's 5/16 line ran down and fed the power booster, and then the power booster came out with a 5/16 to that T and fed the front brakes and the rear brakes. So what I've done is I've taken the T out and I put a coupler there, so now the back brakes run all the way up the frame up to the front. And while we're under here, this truck originally had a 318 wide block 318, the polysphere motor. It now has a 360, but it has the original transmission. And I've made this plate. I know I mentioned it in another video, but I've made this 1-inch spacer plate that the original transmission bolts to, and it gives the correct spacing so that the transmission will bolt up to the 360 bell housing. So that's basically the plate. I don't even have the bottom cover on the flywheel here. I don't know if you can see up in there where the plate is and everything, and I made the motor mounts, welded those to the frame to mount the motor, but that's that anyway. The underside of the truck is actually really rugged. If you can see the frame, it's actually a doubled frame. This is 1/4 inch thick plate, maybe a little better than 1/4 inch thick, and this is 3/16 or a little better, and they're ganged up. It's a big frame, big heavy duty frame. This is a 2.5 ton truck, and that's the hoist. It's a twin cylinder hoist. There's the 2 cylinders right there, and this is PTO drive shaft up here that runs it, and this rod goes back and forth with the lever on the floor is what raises and lowers it. And I've got new tires on the back of the old girl. They're not the same pattern, but that's because the idiots that I bought them from online, I bought 6 tires, 2 auctions, a set of 4 and a set of 2, and they sent me 4 front tires and 2 digger tires. I think it was those there, the ones on the left, that they sent me. So then I requested more tires, and they don't have any more of that kind, or they couldn't match them up, so they sent me 2 of these. But it's got a really big rear end in it. It's a 2-speed, and anyway, so there's that. So we're moving on with the brake conversion now. Gonna pull that master cylinder out and see what we got for pedal linkage on that and see how they compare. Alright, we got the cylinder off of there, and it's a little bit longer, and the bolt pattern of this is a little bigger, but this size here is smaller than this, so it should fit in the same hole. We just have to drill some new holes for these, and extend this somehow. I'm thinking I'll cut this off. This has got flat on it all the way up to about here, and I can probably drill this and mount it to this one, but I don't know. I'm not positive how I'll do that. I could cut this off and thread this as well, and then just use a different coupling nut. I haven't figured that out yet, but anyway, I will. I'm going to take a measurement from the surface of here to the hole on both of them and figure out how long I need to extend it. Alright, here's what I come up with. I cut this off from this master cylinder, and I've cut the nub off from this threaded piece. This was made right on the end of the other master cylinder push rod. So cut the push rod off, drilled it, tapped a hole in the side of it. I actually cut the threaded end off a little bit too to make it shorter. And then I've made a flat spot on there that'll line up with this threaded hole. And then we just got a short Allen bolt to go in there. That way it won't come out. And that'll draw up on that flat spot there, like so. I can't really do it with one hand. But then that'll make that still adjustable. And it's set for the length that it was in the truck right now, about 9 1/8 to the center of the hole. And it's actually a little bit low. The clutch pedal's a little bit higher, so I'm going to extend that probably a couple turns. That should be good. I just got to lay out and drill these holes in the firewall and move on from there. Well, it's in there. I had to move it over to the passenger side a little bit. So we clear here. It still touches right here. I'm going to pound that flange in just a little bit with a hammer. It's not bolted. It's just setting in the hole right now. But it's alright if it's that way because it was mounted to the driver's side of the pedal. I moved it over about 1 inch, so I'll just mount it to the passenger side of the pedal and it should be fine. We'll have to do a little bit of finagling under here. I don't know if we'll be able to see it. It's starting to get dark out. Oh, that's nice. The pedal linkage is just about perfect. The bolts on the right hand side line right up with a flange up there. So I might have to take the body grinder and cut some of that flange out so I can get the nuts on it. The ones on the left there work fine. That's going to line up nice. So that'll work good. But I'm heated up and I'm tired of working on it, so I'm going to go in the house, make something for dinner, and upload videos. So, but anyway, there it is. 2-circuit brake cylinder in my Dodge. Thanks for watching.